You just crossed over into the female zone.
Hey, so I've been having a lot of conversations recently around getting stuck in the mud and being negative. Here's the thing. Let's just cut let's cut it all out. Nobody's coming to save you. Okay? So if you're in a space where you're like, I'm not good, I'm negative. If you're negative, if you're not doing good, babe, let's go. You need help? Reach out to whoever that help may look like. You need a friend? Call a friend. You need to go for a run? Go for a run. If you are in a bad mental space, change your environment. Just like babies, we're just big babies, right? Get in some water, go outside. If you are chronically in a negative headspace, go to therapy. Listen to some medication podcasts. Listen to some neuroscience podcasts. Do what makes you happy. Because at the end of the day, you are the only person who was with you your entire life. You are the only one who can save you. So get yourself out of that headspace and save yourself. Life is too short to not be happy, to not be doing what you love. Okay, that's it. Love you. Bye.
Oh, behave.
You know, I gotta give it to this queen. She actually hit a few key points. Sister, it was pretty good where you said, hey, nobody's coming to save you. Good message to other women. It's absolutely true for men. For women, it's true for the most part. But not always, because there's always a blue pill beta simp out there ready to save a woman, even though she doesn't deserve to be saved. And when you compared women to babies, hey, you said it, not me. Pretty good comparison. And as you told other women, hey, reach out, find somebody, get help, get therapy. You know what? More than half what you just said, this girl can agree with. I can appreciate what you're saying, but the problem is that it's going to fall mostly on deaf ears. Why? Because for the same reason that you're on TikTok. Women use TikTok for a bunch of things. You use it because you want to put your message out there. I guess you're clout chasing, but other women out there, what do they use TikTok for? Oh, use it for therapy, because obviously TikTok is a great replacement for therapy. Why pay hundreds of dollars to a therapist when TikTok is free and you can hear what you want to hear? Another thing is that women, if they're not using TikTok, they'll use men as their personal therapist, because obviously a man having to listen to a woman cry and complain about a bunch of things without saying anything negative back is what a real man's supposed to do. So, sweetie, nice try. Get the clout you're going to get, but keep on moving, because you're really not going to get anywhere else. Before we move on, I want to say thank you, fam, to all of my subscribers for supporting this channel. I truly appreciate all of you who leave comments, who like my videos, and share them on other social media platforms. I truly gotta say thanks, fam. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. And for those of you who haven't subscribed yet, I thank you for tuning in, and I hope you decide to hit that subscribe button. Moving on!
So I completely gave up dating or even trying years ago. I've been single for 4+ years. But every now and then I will entertain somebody who's interested in me for 5 minutes. And I say 5 minutes because the second that they realize I'm not going to give them what they want, they're out of there. And so it's kind of just like a fun little game, because it's in the beginning they're acting like they're so interested, and I'm like, yeah, are you? You're saying all these things, you're going to do all these things, and then they do absolutely nothing. And so I'm not invested, because I know it's a joke, but I'll play into their little funny game that they think they're gonna pull on me. But it's just so disappointing, because it's not even if that's all you want, just be upfront, but they can't even do that. And it's just very discouraging. I don't care. I gave up a long time ago, and it's just not, it's never been at the forefront of my head, but it's just not anywhere even on my radar anymore, because it's such a joke, and I don't take any of them seriously at all.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
You know, this girl finds it amazing that women keep saying this thing that they actually think is going to work. Ladies, let me tell you something. When all of you get frustrated with men because you don't get exactly what you want out of men, and you say, oh, well, guys, if this is what you wanted, well, be upfront about it. Say it upfront. Obviously, you have never dated women. In fact, here, let me clue you in on something, ladies. If men being upfront, saying exactly what they wanted upfront, if that actually worked, trust me, 90% plus of men would be doing exactly that. So why is it that men are never upfront? Maybe it's because it never works. Maybe it's because they already know that you tell men that you want them to be upfront. No. You want the men that you're not attracted to be upfront so you can discard them very quickly. Men already know that no. You ladies want a game. You want it to be a dance. You want them to wine and dine you, and then maybe they will convince you to give them what they want after you get what you want. So women always play this game of give me what I want up front, and then I'll consider giving you what you want. But saying, oh, tell me what you want up front, that's not going to happen. It never works. I promise you, if it was a guy that you were attracted to, you wouldn't want him to tell you up front what he wanted. No. Why? Because you already know what you want. You already know you want to give it to him, but you still want him to wine and dine you. You're not going to give him what he wants up front, so he walks away. No, then you're not going to get what you want, which is attention. So save it, sister. Moving on.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about it, but listen, there are those that are going to try and take this out of context. Don't. I mean this as serious content. Okay? You still here? You know what I feel like at times? No matter what I'm wearing, I could have a turtleneck on. But when I walk in a room and I see the eyes, it's not my face they're looking at, it's not my outfit, it's not my shoes, it's not any of that. It's my chest. It's really difficult to be taken seriously, to try to be more conservative, to try and take a different path without being judged, without people assuming that you're one thing, you're on a certain app that you are not, never have been, but yet they assume because you have a larger chest, that's why you're on TikTok, that's why you're on this app, that's why you're on that app. The only reason that you have following is because of that. I've heard that one too. Don't be so judgy and be more understanding because we're people. Again, this is the part that I'm telling you is not meant to make anybody giggle. It's serious context. When we walk in a room, we're more than just one big boob. We're a person. I'm a person. I'm not just a chest.
I'm a freaking hypocrite.
When you walk into a room, you're more than just one big boob. You're absolutely right there, sister. You're two big boobs. Listen, sweetheart, let me get this straight. You actually got on social media and you're putting out all this content and you are complaining because you don't want people to judge you on what? On the social media you put out or on your appearance or on your big chest? So I find it amazing that the one side that is the most judgy of all, women are way more judgmental than men are. And there's a reason for that. And this isn't this gorilla attacking you. Women have to be very judgmental because that's inherently in their DNA. It's a safety mechanism. Women always judge an area way quicker than a man would because they inherently want to feel safe. Although it can be said that modern women have lost that ability because they are completely oblivious to actual danger and are just afraid of the made up womanist flying spaghetti monster. But that's beside the point. Saying that, how is it that the ones who are way more judgy than men get upset when men do the same thing back? You really can't. Sweetheart, if you're going to expose yourself out there, you got to be ready for judgment. Grow thicker skin, not just around the boobies. Around you as a whole. Listen, okay, if you decided to get on social media and you're not feeding this into like a Lonely Fans account, hey, I got to say, good for you, congratulations. But that doesn't mean that you're free of judgment. You're still going to be judged. Maybe not the positive judgment that you're expecting or people are going to say, hey, you know, since all these other women have TikToks to feed into their OnlyFans account, maybe that's why you're doing it. Be it true or false, doesn't matter. People are going to judge because the moment you put yourself out on social media, you're going to be judged. Hell, this gorilla receives all kinds of messages from people judging me all the time. They tell me that I'm either too funny, too cruel, or not cruel enough. I get called a simp. I get called a beta. I get called a misogynist. I get called everything underneath the sun, except what I am, a gorilla. Moving on.
Well, guys, come along with me on my new life journey as a homeless, single, unemployed mom. So, currently I am sitting on the side of the highway because my car just overheated. After I just got out of my relationship, I was going to pick up the U-Haul to move out today. And now here I am on the side of the road in my car that is now overheated. Life's a bitch, you know? And then it's more of a bitch. So, But yeah, it's gonna be, obviously I'm gonna have places to stay, but until I get my shit figured out, I won't have a home. So I do DoorDash in any time that I get, you know, so that's what, well, you want to know something? Guess what? My one source of income, the one way that I make income just took a and I'm, like I said, I'm spending the last of my money on this U-Haul. And yeah, I guess I'm just having a pity party here because, dude, like, it's a lot right now. I'm processing a lot of emotions. And yeah, my son is with his dad this week, so I'll have some time to figure stuff out. But yeah, it's rough, man. It's rough. And so come along with me on this journey. I'm supposed to look at an apartment this afternoon, but we'll see how that goes, I guess. See what comes of that after this. But yeah, so here we are, and it's gonna be great. But that's all I got, so see ya.
So the whole point of this was because you wanted a pity party and you want everybody to know that, hey, you're a single mom that's like having it tough right now because your car broke down and your relationship just ended and you're putting all your money into a U-Haul. Sweetie, I gotta ask, since you said that your kid is with his dad right now, question, since you obviously cannot take care of him and you have no means to take care of him, and it's very evident that he is willing to take care of his child because your child is with him right now, why don't you just give up custody of your son to the dad? It amazes me how in the West, or let me correct myself, in the United States, for the most part, in most states, not all states, but in most states, the courts automatically default to giving the kid to the mother. I mean, she could be a lazy, unemployed bum, and the dad could be the main provider, and he could work 2 jobs, and they'll just automatically give the kid to the mom. Why is that? Don't know. I guess the system is rigged. But in retrospect, here we are, one more single mom that's finding out that life is tough without a man. Being out on your own, being all strong and independent, and I don't need no man, not really working out. Because it's obvious you couldn't make it work out with the baby daddy. None of our business, right? But why, oh why, will you drag your kid down into the gutter with you when you could just give him to the baby daddy while you figure things out? Oh, I'm just going to assume that you are receiving child support money and you can't give up that source of income. I mean, gorilla. Kids are not a source of income. It's not possible. Not even one woman in the U.S. can actually view their children as a source of income because of child support. Nope, never happened. But look at the bright side, sweetheart. There are probably thousands upon thousands of other single moms on TikTok chiming in on this pity party, and you could all have that little party together one last time. I'm just saying, if you enjoy this audit, click on the video in the end screen for more content. If you would like to support the channel, please follow the link in the description to donate to our beer fund, or like, subscribe, and share this video on other social media platforms. If you agree or disagree with anything about this audit, please let us know in the comments. I'm going to leave this audit right here. I'll see all of you in the next episode.